12th Zoology, Chapter 3, Reproductive Health, Part 1. In this chapter, we are going to see need for reproductive health, problems and strategies, amniocentesis and its statutory ban, social impact of sex ratio, female feticides and infanticide, population explosion and birth control, medical terminations of pregnancy, sexually transmitted disease, infertility, assisted reproductive technologies, detection of fetal disorders during early pregnancy, safe motherhood brings before conceptions with healthy lifestyle and proper nutrition. Okay, let us enter chapter 3. What is reproductive health? What is reproductive health? Reproductive health represents a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs. What does that mean? Reproductive health means a woman should have physically and functionally normal reproductive organ. This is said to be a reproductive health. Healthy people have healthier babies and are able to care for their families and contribute more to the society and community. So what they say here, healthy people, they get healthier babies and also able to care for the family as well as the society also and the community also. Hence, health is a community issue. Health is a community issue. The next reproductive system is a complex system. What is complex system? Somewhat difficult system controlled by neuroendocrine system. So this reproductive system is controlled by neuroendocrine system. Hence, it is important to take necessary steps to protect it from infectious diseases and injury. So reproductive system is the one difficult system that is controlled by neuroendocrine system, and it is also necessary steps to protect the reproductive system from infectious disease and injury. So this is the introduction part. Next topic is need for reproductive health, problems and strategies. India is among us first few countries in the world to initiate family planning programs since 1951 and is periodically assessed every decade. These programs are popularly named reproductive and child health care. That is, we say as a RCH, underline this topic. So among the many countries, India is one of the few countries in the world where they initiated the family planning program the year of 1951. It has been observed every 10 years, that is the decades. So these programs are popularly named as reproductive and child health care. The major tasks carried out under these programs are creating awareness, providing medical assistance to build healthy society. So need to create awareness to the people, providing medical assistance to build healthy society, introducing a sex educations in schools to provide information about adolescence and adolescence related changes. This already you know. So giving educations in the school about regarding what is adolescence, what are the changes does adolescents have in their body, all these things should be brought to through educations. Education couples those in the marriageable age. Education couples those in the marriageable age age groups about the available birth control methods and family planning norms. So those who are going to get married, that's this is a marriageable age. So need to give available birth control, need to give awareness about the available birth control methods and family planning norms one. And next point is the one creating awareness about care for pregnant women, postnatal care of mother and child, and the importance of breastfeeding. So I need to create awareness for pregnant women. Postnatal. What is postnatal? After delivery, after they get child. That is they call as a postnatal of mother and child. And the importance of breastfeeding also need to be given awareness. Encouraging and supporting government and non-governmental agencies to identify new methods and or to improve upon the existing methods of birth control. So need to involve the government as well as the NGOs, that is the non-government agencies, and just give awareness, create awareness among the people. The existing methods of birth control, where the population can be controlled, where the infanticides and feticides can be prevented. The next topic is the one amniocentesis and its statutory ban. So, what do you mean by amniocentesis? Amniotic fluid. Have you heard of amniotic fluid? A fluid which presents inside the mother's womb or uterus. In that fluid only the child may float, develop, and that fluid prevent from getting injury, prevent from mechanical shake from the environment. So due to small family norms, the skewed choice for male child. What is skewed? Means giving more importance to the male child. So female population is decreasing at alarming rate. In a family, if more female child born means the family members they do get some worry and they give more important to the only male child. That's what they say here. The amniocentesis is a prenatal techniques. Amniocentesis is the prenatal techniques used to detect any chromosomal abnormalities in the fetus. In the fetus, and is being often misused to determine the sex of the child, a fetus. Once the sex of the fetus is known, there may be chance of female feticide. Hence, a statutory ban on amniocentesis imposed. As I mentioned here, amniocentesis, that's amniotic fluids, with help of taking of that amniocentesis, where in the laboratory can identify the sex of the child, whether the child belongs to going to born male or the child is going to born female. If the parent come to know the sex of the child, means the parents who already have two or three more female child, they plan to abort the child in the mother's uterus wombs itself. So that is we call as a feticide, killing of child, killing of developing child in the mother's womb or mother's uterus. That is because a female feticides. The next topic is the one social impact of sex ratio, female feticides and infanticides. Female feticides and infanticides. The sex ratio is the ratio of male to the female in a population. The sex ratio must be equal as much as the equal of the male as well as the female. In India, they are taken on census. The child sex ratio has decreased over the past 10 years from 927 to 919 female for every 1000 males. So they are taken on census regarding the sex ratio of in our India. India 927 were there. Now it has been decreased. 919 is equal to 10,000 males. To correct this ratio, the steps needed to change the mindset and attitude of people, especially in the young adult. Female feticides and the infanticides is the manifestations of gender discriminations in our society. So female feticides, the child killing of child in the mother's womb itself or mother's uterus itself, and that is we also feticides. Infanticides means after the female child born, they used to kill. That is we call as a infanticides. You should know what is the difference between feticides and infanticides. Feticides means killing the female child during development of the mother's uterus or mother's womb. That is because of female feticides. Whereas the female infanticides means after the female child born, the child may kill. That is we call as a female infanticides. Okay, the female feticides topics. The female feticides refers to aborting the female in mother's womb. This is the definitions for female feticides. You can underline. Just try to understand what is the meaning of female feticides. This refers to aborting a female in the mother's womb. Whereas female infanticides is a killing the female child after her birth. So these are the difference between these two. Underline important, you should know what it is. So these have resulted in imbalance in sex ratio. And there is a one committee, that's a UNDPSGII. It's created 2018, which means United, they'll ask you expansions, just underline this one word, important one word. United Nations Development Program Gender Inequality Index, which means there is an inequality, the male and female, that's a gender. Reflected that India was ranked at 135 out of 187 countries. So killing of a female child in India, its rank position is 135 out of 187. It's due to availability of few economic opportunities to as compared to men. So there is a more economic opportunities are there for the men, whereas female it is a lesser than. That is also one of the reasons for the female feticides as well as the female infanticides. With this, just we wind up our class. We'll continue the next topic in the next class. Okay, bye. Take care.